Do this before you buy a house in 2025. Number one, what areas are appreciating the most? We're in a really crazy time in the real estate industry and in home values and sales. And what I mean by that is certain neighborhoods are still increasing in value and others are actually decreasing in value. And it's really weird. A big part of it is just the buyers are uncertain about buying with the current interest rates and the current economy. And so you really need to know before you go purchase a home, are the neighborhoods that I'm looking in currently appreciating in value, holding steady, or are they depreciating? You need to have that honest conversation with your real estate agent in order to know the markets ahead of time. You also need to know about the seller's story on a property that you're thinking about buying. Well, what do I mean by that? If a seller has already taken a job out of state, you'd like to know that if you can, because they need to sell. If the seller's still living in the house, that's usually pretty easy to tell. That means they can be more patient and they may not need to sell their house very quickly. So understanding the current seller's mindset, if possible, is a great way to make sure that you're getting the best deal that you can on a house. You need to know that you have the right real estate agent. Do you choose a real estate agent based on the area that you're in? Do you choose based on a referral from a friend? Do you choose based on statistics and how many houses that they've sold or listed? All of these are factors that should go into how you select a real estate agent, but in the end, you're the only one who can determine which of those is most important to you. So you need to figure out what are my criteria for selecting a realtor. And a lot of realtors no longer are realtors. A lot of the people who own real estate licenses for the last 2 or 3 or 4 years aren't currently in real estate because the market has gotten so constricted. So you need to identify what's important to you from a realtor standpoint. And if you don't know how to do that, let's have a conversation, because as the mortgage guy, I know some of the things that you need to figure out in order for you to find the right real estate agent. You need to know what your timetable is. Are you needing to be in a house in the next 60 days because your lease is about to be up on your apartment and you don't want to renew it, or you can't renew it? Have you even asked if you can renew it? Or are you wanting to wait till closer to fall so that you can see everything that comes on the market and try to get a little bit more inventory to select from and pick a home from a bigger sampling of homes? You need to ask yourself, how is my time frame relative to the marketplace? If I'm in a marketplace that has low inventory and I need to buy quickly, that's going to be a big challenge. But if I can be patient in buying and I see a lot of inventory coming on the market, that's going to be a whole different thing. So figure out your timetable and try to understand and communicate with your realtor what are my needs and my desires as far as my timetable is concerned. Those are some super important questions that you need to ask. Also, are there any things I could do to help my offer get accepted? Are there things that I can do ahead of time that will make my offer better to a seller in a highly desirable neighborhood than that guy's offer? And I can tell you one of the most important is selecting a local lender. Even if your sellers don't care, I promise you the seller's agent cares if it's a local person with a local reputation. So you need to ask yourself, what things can I do to try to sweeten the deal so that my offer gets accepted? And specifically, you need to ask yourself, can I get the best deal from a local mortgage company so that I have the best chance of getting the contract on the house I fall in love with? These are all really important questions, and they're super important if you're buying in Birmingham, and they're really important if you want to try to buy this year.